that's what they did. Islam. All right. And we'll get back to this. All right. I got something on the board. All right. I want to thank y'all for coming from the Moorish American Heritage School. We have RVBey and Eve who are listening. I'll be live on blog talk. I have on the board James the Moor Slayer, also known, or St. James. I'm going to put St. James. No. Mm-hmm. Well, that's all right. St. James from the Bible goes back thousands of years, Egypt and so forth. I mean, you'll begin to see through etymology that those names are not people. Constellations, all right, either stars, planets, they're not people. They're not talking about people in the Bible. What people they're talking about in the Bible? They're not talking about people in the Bible. All right? John Massey's book, Egypt, the Light of the World. So we said, John Massey, European. John Massey, European, who worked for the British Museum in 1800s, late 1800s. Egypt, the Light of the World. And the reason why Joe Massey is one of the foremost scholars in African studies. Joe Massey, European, ask any African scholar. Joe Massey is one of the foremost scholars in African studies. I'm right on that. Can I get amen? Can I get on the rock? You got African scholars. Now, why is Joe Massey, what made Joe Massey the foremost scholar in African studies? Because his access to resources. He worked for the British Museum. You're talking about millions of finance. Millions. So he had access to resources, which means a lot. You got to have access to your information, access to resources. I mean, you have to be able to go when you go to different expeditions, and it's funded. It ain't coming out of his pocket. All right, so he had access to a tremendous amount of information. That's why. It ain't just happenstance. He had the resources in which to do it. That's why. Egypt, the Light of the World. You have the Genesis, African Genesis. And Joe Massey, he gives the etymology of a lot of the names in the Bible, and you begin to see that it's cosmology. It's cosmology. It's another book too. I came across a book about 2 months ago. It's in my email. I can't remember the title. That I think I sent it to RVBey 2 months ago. That gives it's about the astronomy of the Bible. But I have to look through my email. That's all. I just don't have time to do it right now. And because I did email it to myself. Let me see if I can. Let me text. Let me text. I'm gonna text Salah right now. Have her, because I sent it to Salah, and I have her send it to me. Tell me what it is. I like to give sources, though. I don't. Yeah. So when you say the only reason why we're here is you say James in the Bible. So then I can't just go. See what happens is you say something, I just can't go on. I got to clarify it. Because you think in James in the Bible is some man. So I got to clarify that. All right? So there's misconception there That's why it's hard for me just to go on, you know. Yeah, you gotta be online and stuff. Yeah, online. African bookstores and all that. Yes, online. Maybe. Give me a minute so I get this book for you. All right. Tell me the name of the astronomy of the Bible book I sent you over a month ago. Send it to me. All right, I just texted her. All right, I don't have time to look it up. She can see it, and she'll look it up for me and send it to me. All right. This is a very good book. Very, very, very good book. So I trust that she sees this and sends it to me. Very detailed about Bible passages and the astronomy of it. Very good book. Very good book. I trust that she does it so I can give you the title. All right? Because I'm doing so many things, so, all right, so that's good. I just wanted y'all to have information, though, all right, because the misconception about the Bible, misconception, it's astronomy. It's astronomy. It deals with the anatomy of the body, the physiology of the brain, how to activate the higher brain senses. All right, that's the Bible. If you're talking Bible study, you're looking at the physiology of the brain, astronomy, biology. All right, anatomy. We're talking Bible study. This is Bible study. What they do, what they call church, is not Bible study. No church does Bible study. Hear me out. That's mind control. That's not. That's mind. Bible study is how to learn how to breathe properly to activate the higher brain centers. That's Bible study. All right? Bible study, activating the Kundalini energy. Bible study, going outside with a telescope. All right? This is Bible study. What they do, what my mom does, Bible study. I'm keeping it real. All right? If I'm mine, that means what? She's under my control. Because she's my mom don't mean, it's under my control. It's my control. It's not Bible study, because then I'm disrespecting our ancestors by calling it Bible study. Because that's not Bible study. They transliterated, and it took and taken the power out of it. Because you do this, Almighty God, Almighty Jesus, that means nothing. It means nothing. There's no power in that. Where's the power at? It's not expected. Millions of our people do that. Millions of our people do that. Where is it reflected in our communities? If you say prayer works, no problem. All right. Prayer works. I want to see it reflected in the community there. Let me see. But we do that every day. So I want to see in my own eyes, that prayer works. That's all. What they did, saying things do work. The problem is, as our brain senses are dull, once you activate the Kundalini energy, then because it's really your mind. Because now you what? Your thoughts because you're walking on higher frequency. So what the Europeans did was suppress that knowledge and just got you saying words. See, they got us thinking that, Almighty God, or Buddha, or whatever, they got us thinking that that's the way. Well, you can say things, we go on. But if your Kundalini energies are, then that works. They're thinking that the power is, they say in a bunch of words. Well, let me read this book here called the Bible. Read the Bible. I got to get prayer up. You know, prayer up. Ain't no power in that. No power in that. We got the power, but it has to be activated. Now, that's Bible study. All right? They're playing us. They're playing us. All right? So I just wanted, so I can get back to this. St. James, the Moor Slayer, also known as Santiago. Now, there are all throughout Central and South America, Carmen may know this, all throughout Central and South America, there are street names, cities with the name Santiago. There are wooden statues and paper statuettes in honor of the Moor Slayer. This is huge. Santiago is huge. Huge. He's the Moor Slayer. He's given honor from killing the Moors. This is huge. So we don't know the history. That's what I'm saying. We go along with these things. We don't know the history. Santiago, this and throughout modern day Spain, Central South America, he is huge. He's riding on horseback, trampling the Moors. Four Moor heads falling from the horse. Now that goes back to Moor's head, a symbol of the defeat of the Moors. So they have us as trophies. And this is huge. We are the powerful, mighty Moroccan Empire that controlled, that ruled the world. The world. We talk about world power and domination. Not just South America, North America, world power and domination. There's the book. Yes, sister. That's not the book. That's a brother did that. That's Jabbar, Malik H. Jabbar. It's another one, but this is not the one I was talking about. The Astrological Foundation of the Christ Myth by Malik H. Jabbar. It's a brother. He has four parts, 4 or 5 parts. The Astrological Foundation, but the book I'm talking about, sister, is Astronomy. He deals with astrology. The book I'm talking about, he lays out the astronomical, when you're dealing with navigating ships, star, see, we didn't just look at the stars because they're interesting and how beautiful they are. That means nothing. That means nothing. What are you going to do with the information? That information is used to navigate ships, to know your direction, knowing when to plant, knowing when to harvest. Astronomy is the foundation of civilization, and that's a fact, Jack. Without that, you can't eat. Without that, you don't even know your direction. Without that, you're not selling a ship. Without that, you can't make a map. Without that, you can't make a calendar. That's why they don't want us to know that. I've never learned what they teach in school or what they taught me in school in the city. I went to Catholic school, and in the city, we learned about planets. I never learned anything about stars. And you know how important that is? Never learned anything thing, not even a star, Big Dipper, Orion, Betelgeuse, Sirius, Pleiades. Never learn anything about the stars. Why not? Why not? What does that teach about the stars? Yeah, but planets, that's not used for planting. Venus is the helical rising of Venus in the core maze. All right, so Venus, you have the Venetian calendar. So Venus is the planet that is used for agriculture. Venus. It's called the helical rising of Venus and tied to the core maze. All right, so Venus. But you have Pleiades, you have Sirius. All right. So I hope she'll look at it. So this is so the Moor's head is symbol of the feet of the Moors. And throughout Europe, you have aristocratic European families who have Moor heads in their family coat of arms all throughout Europe. And also names that are derived from Moor. All right? They're family names in German, Dutch, French, Italian, Gaelic. All right? Then we come to the monument of the four Moors in Livorno, Italy. You can Google that, the monument of the four Moors. I brought this to your attention, I believe, last month, where the Fernando of Tuscany is at the top of the monument, because that was built first, and then the four Moors were added. The four Moors are bounded in chain. All right, four Moors facing four corners, bounded in chain, looking like us. All right. They also have the Alto de Fe. The Alto de Fe, you're going back to the Inquisition, where they were burners at the stake. You have a reenactment of the Alto de Fe. You have Europeans in Spain, modern-day Spain, wearing black garbs with huge black cone heads. All right? And they had called that's the Alto de Fe. This is huge. That's for y'all. This Alto de Fe. That's for you. So they have these celebrations and reenactments every year, because you got to keep in mind, and I'm not mad at them. Once you know the history, I'm not mad. I mean, this is a great accomplishment, defeating the mighty Moors who control the world. We control the world. Silk trade with China, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. All right? You have a book called, I gave this to you before, just let you know our world power. World power. We got to think along to that, world power. Because, all right, where am I going with this, y'all? Why I keep emphasizing this? I keep emphasizing this point to give you the basis to which to re-examine the transatlantic slave trade story. World power now. So how are these Europeans transporting us back and forth for 300 years? All right? Medieval India under Mohammedan rule. Medieval India under Mohammedan rule, Stanley Poole, 712 to 1763. We ruled there before the British took over. The British took over by defeating the Moors. All right? So you're looking at a period of what? 1,000 years. 1,000 years. You're talking about Persia, Pakistan. All right? There's also evidence, I came across several sources of stone carvings written in Arabic here in North America and in South America, showing a presence, an archaeological evidence of the Moorish presence here. Arabic. All right? So a lot of people don't know this information, man. I mean, our history teachers, man, they don't know much. They don't know much. No, medieval India under Mohammedan rule, 712, 1763. Now, I was talking the subject of world power, that we need to think along the lines, and as we are re-examining the transatlantic slave trade story, think in the context of Moors and world power, because we've been indoctrinated to think in the terms of Europeans went over to Africa and scooped us up. The African kings stole Africans and Europeans into slavery. So when we talk about Moors and Europeans, it's always in the context of they ruling over us. They have us in chains. They brought us over in slave ships. It's always that. They holding us down. They're lynching us. They're whipping us. And that's all. Some of it's true, not all true, because they ain't bring us over down in no chains type crap. All right? So think in terms of world power. And these are St. James, the Moor Slayer, Moor's Heads, the Monument of the Four Moors, and Order of the Faith are just, these are the symbols of their defeat in conquering the Moors. Yes. Okay. Can I turn the fan down? Okay. Can we turn the fan down or off? She said she has trouble hearing me. They can't do it. They have to go get somebody. All right. It might become hot, so they may not do it because of that situation. So we'll see. All right. Any questions before I go on? But I want to ask you a question again. But we're going to be, right now we're live. Question I asked you about 30 minutes ago. What are your thoughts about the book? More the Masonry.
The book was great. Great detail on exactly how they get information about history.
He's saying the book is great. I give great details about how the Europeans, have hidden our history.
Hidden our history.
What else you say? You said trophy.
Yeah, and they use the Moors as trophies. It's our history and also our.
He's saying that they use our history as trophy, as a trophy, a sign of they're defeating us. As we're talking about the Auto de Fe, the Monument of the Four Moors, St. James, the Moor Slayer, Shriners Parade, as I have in the book. All right, the Shriners Parade is a reenactment of elements of the history. All right, anyone else? I'm only repeating so they can hear they can know what you had said. Anyone else who has the book and read the book? All right, loud. All right. So I'm gonna move on. I just wanted to give you this piece of information: St. James, the Moor Slayer, and just reiterate some other points. All right. The race and ethnic standards for federal statistics and administrative reporting. Race and ethnic standards for federal statistics and administrative reporting. On here, race and ethnic standards for federal statistics and administrative reporting, statistical policy, directive policy, number 15, directive, statistical policy, number 15. All right. Implemented by the Office of Management and Budget, OMB. All right. The director of the Office of Management and Budget oversees the Office of Management and Budget oversees the financial affairs of all the federal departments. All the federal department, the Commerce Department, which is the Office of Management and Budget is in the Commerce Department. Defense Department, all right. The Urban and Housing Department oversees the financial affairs of all those departments. So this department is huge. Now, we all are affected by this, millions of people. The classifications that are used, American Indian or Alaska Native, Asian, Black or African American, Native Hawaiian, or all the Pacific Islander, and white are the 5 classifications that are used. The Office of Management and Budget requires all jobs, hospitals, schools, recreational centers, you name it. This is implemented throughout the country, throughout our country, and all the institutions. Now, you have filled out these forms. This form related to this ethnicity and race identification. All of us have filled out this. All of us have checked this off. This is in your personnel file. This is in your personnel file. Hospital where 1970. This was implemented in 1977. This is on your personnel file, your job, your children's schools. All right. Finance is determined based on the statistical reporting of how many children are in the school, how many quote-unquote blacks, quote-unquote Hispanics, quote-unquote whites. They check off. And the monies is determined based on those numbers. All right? This is now at the Immigration and Citizenship Office. What is used is nationality. There's a box. People don't see this. You don't see these. You don't see this word. There's a box, nationality, and they also have country of nationality. These forms are at the United States Immigration and Citizenship Office. All right? Now when they leave the office and they come to the jobs, they fill these out. They fill out their ethnicity and race identification. But the ethnicity and race identification is not at the office, at the United States Citizenship Immigration Office. They don't get this. They get forms that have nationality on it, and they check off, Nigerian or Portuguese or, French or Dutch or, country nationality. All right? Now, each nationality, there are race codes. The Office of Management and Budget has created race codes, 01, 02, 03, 04. Each group of nationalities have a race code. All right, 01, this lists the nationalities. 02, lists the nationalities. 03, lists the nationalities. 04, lists the nationalities. 05, lists the nationalities. All right? This is used for statistical counting, data processing, and determine the distribution of finance. All right? The race and ethnicity identification. This affects us. Privacy Act statement, ethnicity and race information is requested under the authority of 42 U.S.C. Section 2000E-16 and in compliance with the Office of Management of Budgets, 1997. Why don't the freedmen groups talk about this? Those Europeans? I never hear. I mean, they talk about, the banking, the banking holiday and, the IRS and, they talk about the Senadia and, lawful money and, so this is a republic and, but for some reason, they never talk about nationality. These freedmen groups never talk about nationality. I wonder. They don't even touch this. These freedmen groups are claiming to be Americans and white. They did something. And they want us to help them. I ain't helping them. Claiming to be Americans and white and Christians. That's three. White American Christians. That's their claim. But they never talk about nationality, though. I wonder why they don't talk about nationality. Oh, yeah, you know what? They say their nationality is American. That's right. You know what's your nationality? I'm an American. Huh? You're American. All right. So, let me continue here. Ethnicity and race information is requested under the authority of 42 U.S.C. Section 2000E-16 and in compliance with the Office of Management and Budgets 1997 revisions to the standards for the classification of federal data on race and ethnicity. Providing this information is voluntary. Providing this information is voluntary and has no impact on your employment status. But in the instance of missing information, your employing agency will attempt to identify your race and ethnicity by visual observation. Now, you say, well, I'm not going to check off the race category. Oh, that's all right. No problem. They'll do it for you. They're not going to tell you. Brothers and sisters, they're not handing this form in with no race classification checked off. They're going to hand the form in. Trust me, this is finance, though. This is finance. You there at that job, you at that school. They will commit a human rights violation. You got to sue their ass. And they will check black. They get financed for this. All right. See, you got 2,000 students in the school, and we only got forms for 1,900. But we got 2,000 forms back, but for 100 of them, the race category is not checked off. No problem. Then they'll penalize the job the next year when it comes to allocating finance. Now, you think that somebody's going to lose their job. Somebody's going to lose their job because we're talking about finance now. They're going to hand 2,000 forms in, and 100 of them is not checked off. Somebody's losing their job. Somebody's losing their job. Why? That's less money they're going to get the next year. Now, you think they're going to jeopardize their job, because that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to lose their job, but that's a fact. They're going to lose their job. Now, you think they're going to jeopardize their job? I don't think so, because they will lose their job. Let less money come in the next year. Let the next year. Basically, this is how that's like how this works. How it works. This is human rights violation. Human rights violation, y'all. But let's talk about how it works every day. Human rights violation. You have an argument, let's talk about how it works. All right? You got to sue. All right, now, you say, you tell them that you want this removed from your file. You know how you're going to get this removed from your file? You got to sue them. Now, you think you write an affidavit, they'll say, oh, yeah, we'll move it. Remove it. Once again, this is finance, y'all. You would have to see your file and the discovery. And you would have to sue them. They're doing it, threatening to sue them, but it's going to have to come to where you're suing them. This is a human rights violation. The United Nations Human Rights Proclamation, 1948, Article 15. Every person has a right to a name and nationality. Now, from what I understand, I'm not the smartest or the sharpest nail in the room. Black's not a nationality, nor is African American. This is a human rights violation. The whole format, the whole process is. We have to make it. We have to bring the issue that this is a human rights violation. This is huge. The United Nations Declaration of the Rights of the Child, 1979, which is the International Year of the Child. Principle 3. Every child at birth should have a right to a name and nationality. All right? You were once unaware of your nationality, and your parents checked black off or colored or Negro on the application for the birth certificate, or also the form, black, colored, or Negro, depending when you were, born. Your parents checked off black and put you in school, recreational centers, and so forth. And they filled out forms like this, so relating to this, they check black off. All right? That's a human rights violation. Now you become aware of your Moorish nationality, birthright. And you are challenging this human rights violation. And you're declaring your Moorish nationality for the record. And some entities are giving you a hard time. My family, and getting calls from all over the country. And what I've heard first is appellation or name declaration. What I'm saying to you, family, put the nationality first. Make the all right. The appellation is tied to the nationality. Chinese names, English names, French names, Dutch names, Polish names, So when you look at a family name, is what? You're looking at a family name, what? Look at the nationality. Right. So make the issue of nationality it's a human rights violation. Violation of the United Nations Rights Proclamation, United Nations Declaration of the Rights of the Child. A human rights violation. Put here, human rights violation. I was classified as black and my personnel file is the ethnicity and race identification, which was given to me under fraud inducement to fraud. Gave you a form with, I don't see nationalities on here. What's the list of nationalities at? What's the list of nationalities? Y'all see list of nationalities on here? Y'all see list of nationalities on here? You see list of nationalities. English, French, Irish, Dutch, Moroccan, Polish, German. You see list of nationalities? Y'all see list of nationalities on here? Of course. All right. So, but you filled it out. You still have an argument. All right. It's inducement to fraud. The race and ethics, the ethnicity and race identification form got completed on June 20th, 2017. All right? Violates the violation of human rights. Then you quote the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of the Child, United Nations Human Rights Proclamation. All right? Because the thing is, it goes, oh, well, you got to go to court. You need a court order, See, this one, so you need a court order for your name change. That's what they'll say. That's why I keep saying, that's why I say, man, and the reason why they're saying that, because Moors are saying that. Moors are saying name. Moors not saying nationality. Even though they'll put the forms in, what I'm saying is you emphasize nationality. Don't emphasize appellation. Emphasize nationality. It's connected. This is a violation right here. Setting them up. Moors got to do it, though. Moors got to do it. And that's why they say, in order to change people, must change their literature. Moors have to do it. The fake native people. Man, they're going to shoot me, man. The fake native people who live on those reservations, they're organized. They are organized. I just wish that Moors were as organized. They are organized. The Culture Survivor Incorporated, which is a conglomeration of 11 quote-unquote indigenous people organizations. A conglomeration of elected for 40 years. For 40 years, they labored, worked in unison to work to get the American people, the rights of indigenous people. It's these organizations. And they don't just say, oh, we're Moorish Americans. Oh, that sounds good. It ain't going to just work like that, family. We're under European colonization. It takes consistency and organization, which we lack. I'm calling us out. We lack this in this Moorish movement. 11 indigenous people's organizations combined, bringing their resources together. Newspapers, radio stations, bringing their resources together. We got, well, you belong to, what Moorish Science Temple you belong to? Reincarnated, and which reincarnated Moorish Science Temple you belong to? Bingo, ill, you're not a Moor if you don't belong to the Moorish Science Temple. With the Great Seal and with the. Meanwhile, they're shooting us down the streets. I mean, come on, man, it's just laughable, fam. They shoot us down the streets, and what Moorish Science Temple you Bengal, ill, reincarnated. You reincarnated. You don't belong to the Founder Temple. I can't talk to him. What Moorish Science Temple? You belong to the. You said the Founder Temple. You belong. You said Bengal, ill, Johnson. I can't talk to him. I'm not making this up, fam. I'm not making none of this up. Now, I may be acting a little funny here, but I'm not making none of this up. I'm not even exaggerating. Am I telling the truth? Can I get out on the rock? They shoot us down the street. Shoot us down the street, and we dealing with this petty shit. I got to call it out, fam. Got to call it out. This movement is 104 years old. You said 4 years old? No, 104 years. You said 4? No, 104. You said 4? No, 104. Abdullah, I can't. Hold on, Abdullah. It seems like you're saying 4, Abdullah. No, I said 104. You sure you didn't say 4? 104 years old. Get that again. All right, let me get off that. Questions? That's my pet peeve there. One of my motivations that I use. Yes.
You're talking about nationality, what we need to emphasize the most in coming to this approach. What does how does express?
All right. So you're talking about explanation, all right, with your appellation. All right. But once again, you do that too. Once again, I want you to emphasize nationality at your job. At your job or at the school where you attend, you fill one of these out, fam. This is on your file. This is on your personnel. You fill something like this. It may be you fill yes, you did. Yes, you did. You all did. All did. This is in your personnel. This is in your personnel file. All right. So now they're using this race ethnicity and race identification, something called national origin and ethnicity. All right. They'll have different names, but they'll have the same classification, race categories. Now they're using this to make finance off of you. You're part of the statistical count. All right. What I'm saying is you want this removed from your personnel file. You want this form removed. They're using this form because you're part of the statistical count, so you want this removed from your file. And you want them to put your Moorish declaration of your nationality in the file. Not just, don't put it in there and keep this in there. We don't want them to put the form in there and keep this in there. So don't put that in there, don't keep this form in there. You don't want this form in there. Right. You're part of the statistical account where they generate finance. At the end of the year, they got, like I said, 2,000, all right? And they increase their numbers. They show that they increase their numbers, all right? Or they're actually, doing, because for as far as the statistical account where they will allocate more finance, implement further programs based on increasing numbers. And you're part of that account. So they got you checked off as black. You checked it off. You checked black off. If you didn't check it, trust me, brother, if you didn't check anything off, trust me, they check black off for you.
So what's the procedure for suing?
All right. Yeah, you could do that, or you could do a Title 18, 242, deprivation of rights, color of law. All right, Title 18, 242. This is fraud. All right, it's fraud. All right, but I'm talking about that too. What I'm saying, all right. You keep emphasizing appellation. See, I want you to emphasize nationality. You keep emphasizing appellation. When you're talking to your job, the personnel, what's going to come out your mouth is appellation, appellation, appellation. I want you to emphasize your nationality to them and the human rights violation. That yes, you did check black off. It was an inducement to fraud. You would emphasize that. That's where I'm coming from. Yes. Oh, man. All right, hold on. You say, all right. What point did you come in, brother? Because you came in late, so. Oh, all right, go ahead. All right. So you missed. Yes. Yes. Everyone at your job. No, that's not a census form, but the census is used this classification. All right. All right. Can I answer the question? All right. Everyone at your job fill one of these out. Europeans included. All right. More classified Hispanic, fill these out. You got, say, 1,500 workers. They have 1,500 forms. All right? Now, there's federal funding that is generated based on the number of people there. All right? If it's a particular program where they're getting funding, all right, they can get grant money based on the numbers they have. All right? This is what they use. They use this. This is without this, they can't get it. Brother, without this, they ain't getting jack. They not getting jack without this. This is how it's a human rights violation. But what I'm saying is you have to raise the argument. And I'm saying to you, emphasize nationality to them. You're emphasizing affirmation. Emphasize nationality. Yes.
So, I've seen in some applications where the protected law doesn't volunteer. So, they can use the argument that, well, they didn't reduce you because, you know, it was written that it said, okay, voluntary.
Come answer that.
You're going to pay.
Somebody answer it, please. Answer it. Someone answer it. I'm not going to answer it. Somebody answer it, please. Answer it. You got the answer. Yeah, answer it. Answer it. Answer it.
What they're saying is it's voluntary, but if they don't, if you don't fill it out, they'll fill it out for you. Off of pretenses.
No, bro, that's answer it. Answer it.
So that's the
No, he didn't answer it. He didn't answer it. He didn't answer it. He didn't answer it. Please, hold on. He didn't answer it yet. Answer it. He didn't answer it.
So what they're saying is that it's voluntary, but they're going to fill it out for you.
No, he's saying, bro, no. He's saying that you voluntarily check black off. Right. Give him your counter. What's your counter to him? What's the counter to that? He's a personnel officer. Counter him. What's the counter to what he just said?
Well, I'm not reducing you because...
Counter him. Just counter him.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You have to challenge him. Counter. Give him a counter.
I never reduced you because you voluntarily put it in.
1948 Declaration of the Rights of the Child. 1948 Human Rights Proclamation. Article 15. 1948 United Nations Human Rights Proclamation. Article 15 reads what?
Everybody has a right to nationality.
No. He's the personnel officer. He's told him, he's challenging. He said, but it can't be inducement to fraud because you voluntarily filled it out. His counter would be the form itself is a human rights. The form is a human rights violation. Blacks got a nationality. Yeah. It's a legal, not even the color. Because color means fake, artificial, not real, assimilation. It's a legal status. It's a legal status that puts us into a negative jurisdiction and steals our birthright. So that's more simple. That is legal. We're talking about contracts. Oh, so essentially, black is a legal status. Yes. Human Rights Proclamation. Human Rights, 1948, Human Rights Proclamation. United Nations Human Rights Proclamation, 1948. Article 15, Section 1. You got to reference this. All right, let me finish here.
Okay, Human Rights Proclamation.
Human Rights Proclamation, Article 15, Section 1. Article, United Nations Declaration of the Rights of the Child. Principle 3, every child shall have right to name and nationality. United Nations Declaration of the Rights of the Indigenous People. So there's a human rights violation. So that would be your counter. They don't stand, once you start talking human rights violation, and you referencing issue of nationality as that's not a nationality. I mean, this portion has never been given to you. Hold on. That you filled it out, y'all saying they shouldn't have had the job. See, they got you. See, they're gonna get you caught up with you filled it out. The point I'm making, that when the point I'm raising, the form itself, the whole race and ethnic status of federal statistics and administrative reporting is a human rights violation. That's the issue I'm raising.
What about if you got to check through the
all right.
I mean, even the other guys have been up being or disability aspect or that.
They're not, brother, that's what I said, brother. They use it for everything, bro. They use it for everything. Disability, pension, everything, bro. They use it for everything. Because this is what they're using for the statistical count to determine how much finance to be allocated. This is what they're using. This is what they use. Right, and like I said to you before, that each nationality, there's a race code in the Census Bureau, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, and there's a list of nationalities. All right? But you might have missed this. At the United States Immigration, Citizenship, and Immigration Office, what they have on the form is the word nationality. They don't have the term country of nationality. But when they come to your job, and these in schools, they're given these forms. Now, when I brought this up to several co-workers, born and raised in South America, and they said, well, Mr. Bey, because they're not going to make, they come from poor countries, so they're not going to make the stink about it. Because then they become retarded. Right, so they're not going to, all right, so they said, well, we got to do it. I mean, she was clearly aware of what I was talking about. Yes. That's that woman. Find out where they actually come to get. All right, here we go. She sent it to me. All right. All right, let me, real quick. So I'm doing this because I don't forget to give it to you. About 30 minutes ago, you might have missed this. I mentioned that there's a book that I came across over a month ago that deals with the astronomy of the Bible. Let me just give you. And I couldn't remember, and I texted. All right, so I responded. So let me. Here we go. I just want to give that to y'all. If I continue, I may forget. All right, here we go. Astronomical observations. Astronomical observation in geography by John. I put on the board. Astronomical observations in geography by John John M. Holzinger. Holzinger. HOLZ as in zebra, IN as in Nancy, G as in George, ER. That's John M. Holzinger, Astronomical Observations in Geography. Is that it? Can't be it. It's not the Bible. It's not it. Hold on, because it has a. See, this is not the book. It's not the. It's not the book because it's. Islam, this is not the book. It is the astronomy. It relates to the It's not the book. Of the Bible, because the Bible, the word Bible is in the title. The word Bible is in the title, so this is not the book. Let me take this off. Because what happens once you turn the heat off, once you turn the air off, that's why. If the air was on, I was fine once it's on. Huh? They can't hear though. Don't worry about it. I just took this off. Stop that. All right. Where were we? Yeah, I'm waiting for the title. I just texted her. All right. So you have a question. You had a question. I answered it. All right. In international law, let me show you. Let's stay on the topic of nationality. You'll see in international law that nationality and citizenship are used interchangeably. And nationality and citizenship, this is corruption. This is actually distortion right here. This is deception. This is word of art. This is word of art right here, y'all. Let me give you the word of art. Article, United Nations Human Rights Proclamation, 1948. Article 15, Section 2. Article 15, Section 2 of the United Nations Human Rights Proclamation, Section 2. Everyone has the right to change. Everyone has, this is the floor right here. Everyone has a right to change his nationality. So what are they doing? They're interchanging nationality and citizenship as though they have the same origin, same meaning, and same jurisdiction. This is done all throughout international law.
But nationality is more than that.
No, sister. What I'm saying is, it's a word of art. It's deception.
Oh, okay.
It's done internationally. The interchange is to steal your birthright. Birthright theft. All right? So, you can't change your nationality. So how did they using it in citizenship, which is fraud? Nationality and citizenship don't have the same origin, same jurisdiction, same meaning. The nationality, this is tied to nationality is tied to the birthright. So they know what they're doing. This is not just done. I can't get feedback. All right, good. Wow. Thanks so much. You know what? All right, good. Ooh, it's killing me. Nationality and citizenship. Nationality is tied to birthright and sovereignty. All right, so why is it done? Why did the Europeans do this? Why did they, in international law, define citizenship in the context of nationality? And you'll see that, you look it up, you'll see that in all throughout international law.
Can you just make a distinct contrast between, like you said, nationality is tied to birthright and property?
All right, I'm sorry, I'm assuming too much. I'm assuming too much, all right. And in my upcoming book, American or United States Citizen book, upcoming book, it's not out yet. What I show, I have a picture under nationality, although I got to be clear, under nationality, I have a picture of a woman and a child or fetus in the womb. You actually can see the fetus, all right, the umbilical cord and in the womb, all right. I put that under nationality because I think the images, a bunch of words are not going to get it done. So I have an image to show the distinction between nationality and citizenship, all right. So you have a woman, the fetus in the womb, all right, under nationality, all right. Under citizenship, I have a scroll, all right, a scroll, all right. So this is political. Citizenship, that's political. This is genetic, biological. So I have here showing that nationality is a biological tie, citizenship is a political tie. So how are they the same? How are they the same, y'all? How are they the same? Same means what? No. Same means there's no difference. Same means there are no differences. So to interchange these as though they are same in origin, meaning, etymology, jurisdiction, is false. To steal your birthright. But all right, the point I'm making, we want to make it very clear, though, brother, that there's a distinction between citizenship and nationality. This is night and day, bro. So to have Article 15, Section 2 of the United Nations Human Rights Proclamation, 1948, everyone has a right to change his nationality. So what they're doing, as I said, is that in international law, they're using citizenship and nationality interchangeably. No. Well, don't just say to confuse. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Yeah, to say confused is not clear enough. To still, all right, sister, they're not doing it to confuse you. They're doing it to steal your birthright. I know that, but I'm saying I want you to be very clear that the motive of their doing it is confusing you to steal your birthright. The key is I want you to say steal your birthright. That's the whole key. Steal your birthright. That's the whole key. Steal your birthright. That's the whole motive. Just to confuse me, what difference? Hey, to steal your birthright. All right, let me continue. Just solely and just singleness. All right, just sanguineous, law of blood, right? Blood, sanguineous, just solely. These are used in international law, all over the world, y'all, all over the world, in issues dealing with citizenship. All right? Just solely and just sanguineous. Now, just solely is the superior. Just solely is the superior claim. Just solely is tied to what? Biology and genetics. All right? It's the superior claim. Just sanguineous, I'm sorry. Just sanguineous is a superior claim. Just solely is not the superior claim. Means right to land. Meaning that just solely means that I was born in Russia, therefore I'm a Russian. That's just solely. Automatically, by being born in Russia, I automatically, by that process, only if Russia has that just solely in her nationalization laws. All nation states do not have just solely in their nationality laws or national naturalization laws. All right? The superior claim is just sanguineous. So you have these Europeans who are making the just sanguineous claim unchecked, unchallenged.
Well, that's like,
they're making the just solely chain and also just sanguineous chain claim. Both. I'm an American, I was born here. I'm an American, I was born here. I'm an American, I was born here. I'm an American, I was born here.
This line, of course, in Russia, they tell you, what language do you speak, Russian, or you Russian, they know, or Ukraine, or from Chechnya, to get them to the part of Russia. Is it because they're identified with their nationality?
Yeah, but when you say you're from Ukraine, doesn't mean you're Ukrainian.
Doesn't mean you're Muslim either.
No. Well, Muslims are nationality. Yeah, but let's say it's not nationality, though. We deal with nationalities. So we, hold on, fam. Can we both agree that Muslim is not a nationality? All right. Good. All right. Let me all right. You got some of our brothers and sisters out on the street corners. Some of our brothers and sisters, if you were to ask them, they're going to say Muslim. No. Brother, what I'm stating is a fact. I want you to find out for yourself. I want you to find out for yourself. Ask someone who goes to the mosque. Excuse me, sir or brother man. This is the response you're going to get. What's your nationality? Give me the response. You're going to say Muslim. I want you to ask yourself. Don't take my word. So I need to address that issue, because that's a misconception that Muslim is not a nationality. So they never answered They didn't answer the question. They either didn't understand the question, all right, because they didn't answer the question. They didn't answer the question. Muslim is not a nationality nowhere on the planet. All right? So I just want to get clear on that, because you got misconceptions out there, with our people classified as black, nigger, color, and they go to mosques and they say they're Muslim. They are biologically, yes. But my point is, I don't want to get caught with that. Right now, I don't want to get caught up with the biological aspect of Muslim. I want to stay focused and clear on the nationality issue, that Muslim is not a nationality.
I don't want to bring that up, but I'm trying to say sometimes I guess a person maybe doesn't know the nationality.
Of course, right.
Put out the religion to give you what they live. I'm a Jew. Or are you from Israel?
Yeah, but the key is, since we're talking about nationality, it's not a nationality. It's not a nationality. It's so. No, because you didn't ask. You asked them what their nationality is. Moor. No, they're Moors, brother. If they say Muslim, brother, there's someone who's classified as black, Negro, color, African American. There's someone who's classified as black, Negro, color, and African American. And you ask someone else, all right, they know they're gonna say Ukrainian. They're gonna trust me, brother. They're not gonna say Muslim. They're not gonna. When you ask.
Yes, the Muslims come in, we're going to tell you that.
So you already know, when they respond Muslim, you already know they're classified as black, Negro. You can also tell by the accent. They're classified as black, Negro, color, African American, United States individuals, bro. They're the only ones that are going to say Muslim. The only ones. All right? Right. They're not going to, all right. At the Citizenship and Immigration Office, they have nationality. Let's talk country of nationality on the forms. They got to sort these out. Now, are they going to check, or are they going to do this? Are they going to put Muslim down for nationality? They're going to check? Of course not. They're going to put nationality. They're going to put their nationality down. They're going to put their nationality. Whatever, it is. They're going to put they're not going to put Muslim. They're not going to put Muslim. They're not going to put Christian. They're not going to put Jew. They're not going to put Muslim. They're not going to put down on this. This is the real world, as my former co-worker said, it's not. Because it has here. It has that on the form. It has nationality, and some forms have nationality and country of nationality. On the form says.
The person that you work with has to be educated enough to know that they come from more than good. I can technically say I'm American or Dominican. Somebody more Cuban than Cuban, but then in reality they're still the Moor.
No, American is a Moroccan. We got new students coming in all the time, and it's kind of. Hold on, we had too many people talking at the same time. Are you clear? All right. You're shaking your head. Are you clear on what he just said? Explain to me somehow that you're clear on what he said. He said,
I would put it that way. I would put a more nationality. I would understand that there is no real citizenship in the country. And that is, I'm a black, like say black, Hispanic, Latino, whatever, then I am a Moor. But how do you
all right. Let me explain it to you then. An American is one who's Aboriginal, Native, and indigenous and original to the land. Has nothing to be doing with you being born here. That's the meaning that the Europeans apply to it, to steal your birthright. They apply that meaning to steal your birthright. Aboriginal means ancient, the original inhabitants. Indigenous, natural. All right? Native, and the Europeans also apply a distorted birthright stealing definition to the word native. To steal your birthright. So you are an American, why? No. Once again, I never said that. I never said that. I said indigenous. I didn't say Indian. No, you said, I never said Indian.
Okay, so I said.
Right, okay, you said I said Indian. I said indigenous. I said, and aboriginal means first inhabitants, the ancient inhabitants of the land, thousands of years. All right? There's no black people on this planet. So I see new. See what happens there. See what's happening. You know, hey, Flo, you know what? No, brother, it's my fault. It's my fault because, yeah, we got to see. You got these. They're all these. Yeah, see, that's the yeah. All right. No, all right. No, hold on, y'all, please. Hold on. Excuse me, my brother. Please. Rastafari always wanted to have two classes. She wanted to have classes for the neophytes, and I'm saying this because Ross always, this is something and y'all Carmen and Arnold can bear witness. This is a demonstration of why Rastafari wanted to have neophyte classes, because he belongs he doesn't belong in his class. But because there's no beginner's class, he got to come to the class. But if there was a beginner's class, he wouldn't be here. He'd be back here. He'd be over here. It's not insult. I'm just saying that's what she wanted. I'm showing you why. You're demonstrating why Rastafari wanted to have beginner's class, because they're further along than you are. I don't have to, what I'm doing to you, I don't have to do to them. I didn't know that until a few minutes ago. That's all. I'm explaining to you, brother. I'm just letting you know why she wanted to have that and why that beginner's class is needed. Because what happens is you have those who can come in who are more advanced. Then what I have to do is I gotta go back and backtrack, and you're the one I gotta teach, because I don't have to give that lesson to them. I'm gonna do it. I have to do it to you. That's why because she says no beginning class, I gotta do it. That's why.
Well, go ahead.
No. Right, that's all, bro. That's all. No. All right. No. I'm gonna break it down. All I was doing, brother. All right. He said, all right. Come on. Break it down for him, bro. He ain't gonna break it down.
You come to my house.
All right.
You come to my house, right?
Go ahead.
I invite you in the house, you and your wife, right?
I love
now,
it.
you all have a child in my house, right? Now, you say, we got a nice house. But you're not from my house. You came in the house saying you're part of the house now. But you're not. You just came for a visit. Now you're coming to be part of the house. That's what the Europeans did.
Yes, I agree.
All right.
All right. I like that. So, they're not... Therefore, they're not Americans. Therefore, you didn't put the therefore. Therefore, they're not Americans. Why? Why they're not Americans? Because they're not Aboriginal. They're not indigenous. They're not native. I'm talking about this land. They're not Aboriginal to this land. They're not native to this land. They're not Aboriginal. They're not indigenous to this land. So to this land. So therefore, Donald Trump is not an American. Therefore, Hillary Clinton is not an American. They're stealing your birthright by falsely claiming to be Americans, and the Americans, millions of the Americans live in inner cities. Millions of the Americans live in inner cities, and they think they came on some slave ships from somewhere. millions of the Americans are classified as black on this form. Since we're on this, all right. Here we go, fam. There's 5 categories, racial categories: American Indian or Alaska Native. Asian, second one. Number 3, black or African American. Number 4, Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. Number 5, white. So I'm going to read the definitions. They got definitions. I'm going to read the definitions for American Indian or Alaska Native. I'm going to read the definitions for black or African American. Here we go. American Indian or Alaska Native. A person, listen closely. Listen closely. A person having origins in any of the peoples of North and South America, including Central America. Don't that sound like you?
Yeah.
Black or African American. A person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa.
That's nice, man.
And they got that classified as you at your job.
Right, yeah, because I just came somewhere from Senegal.
But the definition that applies to you is what? A person having origins in any of the original peoples of North and South America, including Central America. That definition applies to you. That's still not both right. Bam. The organization.
I'm sorry, someone has told me that the birthright connected back to the.
No, the birthright go back to back here. All right. Now, the Organization of American States, real quick, the Organization of American States, the OAS, adopted the American Declaration for the Rights of Indigenous People in June of 2016. However, millions of the indigenous people living in the cities and classified as black and don't know that they're indigenous. So, yes, Barack Obama signed the United Nations Rights of Indigenous People in 2010. However, millions of the indigenous people who live in the cities who are classified as black in the United States Census Bureau don't know they're indigenous. And Barack Obama didn't seek us out. Barack Obama, after signing the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People in December 2010, in 2011, 12, 13, 14, and 16, who did he invite to the White House? Who did Barack Obama 2011, 12, 14, 15, and 16 to the National Congress of American Indians? He invited the folks who live on that to the White House. Many of our people don't know that they're indigenous. So what? The fact here come the 5. Here come the Europeans. For the Europeans, because millions of people are indigenous. So right now, fam, we're not even benefiting for what Barack Obama did. We're not benefiting for what Barack Obama did. What's the point? What did he say? What did he say? He said, he's like, that's right. Hold on, y'all. I got it.
He feels as though Obama did not do a good job. He feels as though Obama brought in the Europeans, the Russians. He feels as though Obama is selfish. But that's the
that's not what I'm. Right, yeah, right.
Obama invited Indians, the tribe, to
National Congress, right? The National Congress of American Indians. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they live on reservations. All right, they don't look like you. All right. Bureau of Indian Affairs, National Congress. Also, Barack Obama declared that November be the month for the Indigenous People Month. November. But our people are not going to be, Moors cast out as black, nigga, color, ain't going to be celebrating that. Why? Right. The OAS signed the American Declaration for the Rights of Indigenous People in June of 2016. Culture Survivor Incorporated, which is a conglomeration of 11 quote-unquote organizations, then do that, then are not reaching out to us. I'm going to reach out to them, though. I got a letter, it's wonderful, but they're not reaching out to us. So they're going to say, F you, right? And they're going to benefit. Let's keep it real, bro. Now, how are we benefiting? Millions of our people are unconscious. Millions are unconscious. So while they're doing the American Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People, Bible shine all this. Look, we still left in the background, fam. We're still in the background. Let's keep it real, though. I know he's signed it. I know they're doing it, but we're not benefiting. How do we benefit, though? We're not benefiting. And they're still using the forcing our children. If you don't take your children to school, what's going to happen? They force your children to school, subject them to false history. False history. Take money from you. You're paying now. Teaching us a false history that we came on some slave ships, that we're black. So the history perpetuates that. Brother, they already know that we... Come on, man. Come on. Remember Barack Obama signed the doggone thing? He already knew that we ain't going to benefit from it. He didn't invite the Council of American Indians and a few other councils that don't look like thank you.
No, not all of us. He's not recognizing the one that are conscious. There's a lot of people that are conscious.
What I'm saying, the reason why they're benefiting, sister, is they're organized. You know what I mentioned? The Culture Survival Incorporated is a conglomeration of 11, not 11 people, 11 organizations. They have newspaper, not a newspaper, not a radio station, radio stations. That's why they're benefiting, because they're organized. We have something, but we're not organized enough, sister, we're not organized enough. As I said, now within this whole thing, what temple you belong to? The prophet, the founder temple. What reincarnated? Now you say reincarnated. Actually, what reincarnated temple? Dingo Hill. You know, I mean, come on. They ain't doing that. The Corporate Survival Corporation ain't getting caught up in all that. They're not getting caught up in all that. What temple you belong? So you're not a Moor if you don't belong. I mean, come on, man. No, sister. We're clear on that. I'm talking about what's out there. There are people who are born and raised up in the Moor Science Temple who truly believe that. They don't have the concept you have. They will tell you that you are not a Moor. if they will say to you that you are not a Moor if you don't go to the temple. That's your bloodline. But I'm saying to you, that's the misconcept that some nationalized Moors have via the temple. So, see, I'm doing this. Oh, give me a minute. I got you. I'm saying this because some people are not aware of this. They're not aware of that dynamics. So, so it's important for me to make people aware of certain dynamics because they're going to bump into that. They're going to meet somebody in the temple and they'll be all fired up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just got my nationality card, and you know what I mean? Oh, they're all fired up. They're going to ask you, you go to a Moor Science Temple? No, actually, what Moor Temple? I don't go to a Moor Science Temple. No, I don't go to a temple. How you don't go to a Moor Temple? You not no more? No, I'm serious. So I got to make sure I be aware. This is, trust me, that's going to happen. No. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Chapter 25. You have to do the one fall, the black fire, the rest of one muscle there. Let the bottom of the face unite with that brother. Keep that to the brother, your falling out. When you separate from the world, remember that they think that I can use the love to you. So far out of the person before you own the blood. That's what the prophet told you. That temple said that all the time. But it's telling that people hold one spirit. You got to hold my with the prophet.
Say it again, brother. You got to know. You say they say that they what? They what? They say it. But they don't what? They don't practice it. The prophet found. Bro, it's robotic. It's robotic. It's robotic with them. It's robotic. So they're saying it, bro, but it's robotic. They found they would never diss one of us. I'm saying if they knew it, brother, I know what they say out of their mouth. They would never diss one of us. We're more. Ain't no temple man. No, that's a faulty analogy. That's a faulty analogy. You know what? I can't allow that without challenge. I can't allow that without challenge. I can't allow that without challenge. That's a faulty analogy. All right, let me. All right, he put out an analogy, brother here. He put out a faulty analogy and said that the nationality issue is like someone saying being saved in the church. No, that's a faulty analogy. You're drawing an analogy. It's a faulty analogy, brother. Know why? Because you're talking with bloodline. You talk about nationality, that's bloodline. No. Yeah, but you're drawing an analogy. You're drawing an analogy that someone's saying that saved. So, all right. Oh, sorry. Thank you. That they say that someone being saved, saying that they're saved in the church, and someone saying that you have to be saved, you have to be a member of the church to be saved, is analogous to someone saying that you have to be, in order for you to be a Moor, you have to be in a temple. That's a faulty analogy, because when we're dealing with nationality, meaning that somebody who's not in the temple is still a Moor, because that's their blood. We're talking about blood. Here you. Go ahead. Now, what is?
That means that whoever's walking around, the bloodline is more. Right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but there's still Moors though. It's not based. It ain't based on whether you know or not. It's not based on that. But yeah, but it's not based on whether you know or not. All right. All right. All right. All right.
I'm just putting them in that category because that's what they say.
All right.
So now, if we declare the nationality, what are you saying?
So, brother.
What are you saying, though?
Hold on, fam.
If you declare the nationality,
Someone who has not declared the nationality, there's still Moors, brother. There's still Moors. There's still Moors. Yeah, but there's still Moors, though. There's still Moors, though, bro. There's still Moors, though. It ain't based. It ain't based on that, brother. Brother, you're talking about constitutional protection. That's all right. You're talking about once one declares one's nationality, one now has standing. All right. Someone who doesn't, they still are Moors, though. They may not. All right. You're talking. All right.
what's wrong with saying that out loud?
All right.
I've been saying this for 50 years, man.
All right. Let me say this, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, listen, y'all got to stop this. Well, who the hell am I for real? If I can't say a black guy.
There's still Moors, brother. It's not based on whether they know or not, bro.
You ain't just, I'm a boy. Go declare and make it.
Yeah, but that's the two different issues, Sam. There's two different issues.
Okay.
You're two different issues. You're talking about standing. We're talking about blood, whether they know or not. They're not black. They're classified as black. They're not black. They can't be black. They can only be who their foremothers and forefathers are. They're not black. Because they're classified as black, they have no standing in law. I'm with you on that. But now my point still stands. Your analogy is still faulty. Because it ain't based on whether somebody declares it or not to be a Moor. Meaning, millions of people have not declared they're Moors. They're still Moors. They're still Moors. They can't be nothing. They can't be anything other than that. Yeah, I'm just saying. They can't be anything other than that. They're Moors. So I just want to make that point very clear because it's too often where you have nationalized Moors like ourselves, and I'm not saying y'all, this is what I experienced over the years, who become uppity, who get self-righteous, that I got mine, and then we start talking about somebody who doesn't know, as if you weren't in that situation before. I'm not saying y'all. I've seen this too often, fam. I've seen this too often. And that angers me. Somebody was benevolent enough to raise us up. Let's return the favor, man. I mean, that's all. That's all. All right? So we clear on that question, sister? Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put down that I'm a Moor. And they don't like that some places because they want to, like somebody told me, they want to control you. Like if you put like the black, You know, so I put on my application, I'm not black. I'm a Moor.
All right. No, all right. It's not that they don't like that. It's not that. All right. The sister said that at clinics, they'll shoot when she gets the application, she checks that she's not black, that she's a Moor, and she said that Curtis said that they don't like that because they try to control you. Remember I go back before? That based on the classifications I gave you, and I missed it, they get funding for that.
Oh, yeah, funding,
yeah. Yeah, it's money. It's not a like or dislike. So you got to understand what's going on. All right? And they will check black off for you. Sister,
okay.
hear me out. They will check black off.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to hand no form in, sister, without checking black off. What they say? The plural can what? Check off by visual what? Observation. They get money for that. I'm just talking about this is real. All right? So they're going to...
It's a little joke anyway because they still going to get paid because I should pay for it anyway. So.
Yeah, but no, that's not, all right.
Okay.
I know your insurance pays for that, but what I'm talking about is federal funding at the end of the year.
Right.
The allocation of federal funding that pays for salaries and so forth, and the expanding programs and things like that. So they're doing statistical counts, not based on Moor and Nigerian, and they're doing statistical counts based on what? Black, white, or African American, American Indian, or Alaska Native. The statistical counts based on those. That's what I'm saying. All right, it's a human rights violation. So I'm just, we already went over this of what's going on, but it's a human rights violation. This is all these clinics, recreation centers, hospitals, schools, jobs, you name it. It's everywhere. So Office of Management and Budget, OMB, and those forms, all right, you have forms that have a OMB number. This doesn't have OMB. This has the U.S. Office of Personnel Management Guide to Personnel Data Standards, Standard Form 181. All right, you have there's a form that's on Homeland Security. You'll have Homeland Security Department, right? And they'll have OMB and a number. Each form has an OMB number. Homeland Security, OMB, an OMB number. It's human rights violation, and we have to raise these issues. We have to raise the issue of human rights violation. We know they're doing it, but you got to raise the issue. And I'm saying it's more effective than raising it in numbers. I mean, you can do the individual things that you're going to do, but it's more effective than raising it in numbers. And we're not organized enough. I mean, you got these various Moorish body policies that fighting each other. Who got the biggest you know what? Everybody wants to say who got the biggest you know what. I mean, pathetic, man. And meanwhile, they shoot our children. They shoot our children. We arguing over the. Oh my gosh! I mean, yes, sister.
And you mentioned something earlier about don't put your declaration in there and leave that document. You take the document out. I had access to my file.
All right.
I'm filling out all my information. I put in my envelope.
So you're going to write that you did that because
Okay. So I have to put in a formal letter.
Yes.
And then I put in the new form.
Yes.
Right. Do I take out the I-9 and take out the W-4 so they can't fill it out? Do I leave that stuff in there?
No, we talk. Well, you got to let them know. You got to let them. All right. Did you fill out the national origin? It's called the national origin, or it's called race or ethnicity form too. They got that in there. They got that in there. All right. On the I-9 form, what did you check off?
Oh, I wrote it back and I put more American.
Right.
check it off myself.
It's black on the I-9 form, yes, it is. Now they check black off for you.
Okay.
Just, all right, I'm saying it's a human rights violation. They check black off for you because that's how they get their funding. I remember we went through this, the statistical count. Right. So,
Do I remove the forms that I don't want them to?
you want, can you go, what you want to do is you want to see if they check black off.
Okay.
All right, see your personnel form.
Okay.
All right.
So I put it in the form of letter,
Mm-hmm.
stating that I'm gonna put in, what is it,
Declaration of your nationality. Moor.
just give that up front.
Yes.
Okay, so I put that in the file.
Yes.
Put in lieu of the W-4 form.
Yes.
Right? That's the letter that I'm gonna.
And then I-9 form, you want to look at the I-9 form, make sure they don't check black off on it. All right, you want to see the I-9 form.
Okay.
Trust me, sister, you want to see the I-9 form. All right? And then you come back and report. In fact, I got your number, right? I'll get your number. All right, we'll get your number. The I-9 form, you look it up, you have, what's it called, the employment verification. Employment verification form, I-9. You can look it up. They have, there's three, it's A section, B section, C section, employment verification form, I-9. All right? Sorry, no, it's just, I know what they got, I already know what they got. So you didn't fill it out. Or they check black off, sister. Sister, they check black off, I'm sorry. Uh-huh. All right. So you want to see that they check black off. Because we deal with the issue of finance. The Office of Management Budget oversees the financial affairs of all the departments. Yes. Office of Management and Budget. It's subtle. It's on the Commerce Department. It's in the bureau. It's in the bureau. All right. Right. All right. Any other questions? We got a question. We had a question here.
It took them 40 years.
Yes.
40 years.
40 years of working towards getting organizing the process of getting the American Declaration of Rights and Indigenous People adopted took approximately 17 years. But they've been together for 40 years. See, organizations, all right. Let me talk about Dr. King, and I know it's colored, but I'm still I'm just talking about issue of organization. Talk about the civil rights movement and the issue of this organization, y'all. Organization. They were organized. Organization goes a long way. What temple you belong to, this, bro, that's not going to get it done, bro. It's like that, it's not going to get it done. It's just not. We fight. It's too much energy in this Moorish movement to deal with bickering. Too much. I've seen it for so long. All right? So I'm looking at the civil rights. If you study the civil rights movement and the issue of organization, study the civil rights movement and the issue of organization. On the colleges, CLOC, all right, college campuses, and so forth, how they were organized. I know it's colored. Something about the organization. You still can study it and learn by studying the organization. And sure, they had bickering and fighting, infighting and stuff like that. They didn't agree all the time, But this, this degree that we have in this Moorish movement is ridiculous.
Get back to the word black.
Yes.
Black is
The legal status black, yes.
yeah, also, but black is just an adjective to describe it, doesn't identify.
Right. Yes. And any other questions, statements, comments? I don't know what I'm talking about, whatever.
Really, we're not black.
No, of course, we're Moors, of course.
We're more.
Yeah.
Black is black of the crayon block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but sister, they're not. All right, let me say. I hear what you're saying. Though I hear what you're saying. You see, I'm going to show you this form again. Let's show this form again. All right. This is called ethnicity and race identification. What word is that right there, sister?
It said black.
All right. Now, they're not using black in the sense of crayon, all right?
Okay.
That's the legal status,
Okay, that's what they're using.
which enslaves our people.
Right.
Our people think, because of European social engineering, that black is used in the sense of complexion.
Okay.
They don't know that that's used to enslave them.
Okay.
You got to make that point very clear. Our people think it's used for complexion. Yeah, see, I'm black. See, look. Yeah, check black off and look. It's not used that way. It's a legal status that actually enslaves us. All right? I just want to make points of be clear on points of nationality. All right, good. All right, I got a chat room question. Someone was in the chat room, obviously confused, thinking Morocco spoken of was the Kingdom of Morocco, kingdom founded in 1957. Can you just make a brief note? All right, let me do this. I just read it. This is it. This is someone was in the chat room. This is Anna E. Someone in the chat room, obviously confused, thinking Morocco spoken was the kingdom founded in 1957. Can you just make a brief note of correction? So let me do that. So I'm going to end on that. All right. Because of European reconstructed history, millions of our people truly believe that we were transported on slave ships by the Portuguese, the French, the Dutch, the Spaniards, and the English between the 15 and 1800s. All right? This person thinks that Morocco is in North Africa and that this is not clear that this is Morocco, North America, Central America, South America, and Jordan Islands is Morocco. The name America is derived from the name Morocco. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Thank you. The name America is derived from the name Morocco. Now, what I show in my book, Moors and Masonry, is that during the 15, 16, 1700s, that the Moors had control of the seas. This whole concept of this European transporting Moors back, transporting us from the continent of Africa to the Americas, is a falsehood by the millions between the 15 and 1800s. Also, in Moors, we also controlled Europe for almost 800 years. The Moorish Empire in Europe expanded a period of 800 years where we built schools and libraries. You talk about paved streets, lights. So there is a long history between the Moors and the Europeans. One of my former co-workers asked me, Mr. Bey, how did the Europeans come into world power and domination? By defeating the Moors. There's a direct correlation of our fall and defeat in the Europeans' rise. All right. Also, there's archaeological evidence of stone tablets written in Arabic found in North and Central South America. So this is indeed Morocco. Indeed Morocco. So I just wanted to, clear that up for the person in the chat room. Yes. We have a question over here first. All right, go ahead.
Well, it's more something that happened. With my other company, I fight with me all the time, but I called a number of upstate New York, the Seneca and the Mohawk Indian organization for financial help. This is who the investigation. And the man said to me on the phone that I would have to prove my heritage from my mother, her mother, and her mother, who I am. I said, okay. And he said, and then based on that, then we'll see if we can help you in what you need done. I said, okay, so if I'm aboriginal to the land, how much more proof do you need? He stuttered on me. He didn't know what to say. I said, and he said, well, they. I said, well, who's they that needs this proof? I said, clearly I'm not European. I don't know.
What did he say about the they? We asked him.
He said, they. I said, well, who's they? He said, well, the people. I said, well, who's the people that requires the proof? Which I have that information. He said, I said, is it the government you're talking about? He said, yes. They're going to need to have that proof of my mother, her mother, and her mother of who I am. I said, okay, so when can I meet with you? He said, well, I'll take your name and information. I'll have someone call you back in 50 hours. I never got that call. That was 2 weeks.
All right.
Yeah.
Question?
I don't want to say how I'm about who is that in the streets?
Who is?
You know what I say, animal?
Yes. Hannibal. Carthage. He ruled along the Alps and the Iberian Peninsula area. This is before 711. You're looking at over 2,000 years ago, about 125 BC area, over 2,000 years, quote unquote BC area. All right, over 2,000 years ago, and they caught. All right, there's a book called. Let me give you more information, brother. All right, there's a book called The Phoenician Origin of the British. Phoenician Order of the Britons, B-R-I-T-O-N. Write this down. I'm giving you support. So I'm giving support. Phoenician Origin of the Briton, B-R-I-T-O-N, Scots, and Anglo-Saxon. Yes. You want to get that book? And in there's a section, a chapter on the etymology of Britain, which is actually we are the British. Pacati. Pacati is the etymology of Britain. The British, Britannica, Britain, Great Britain, that name comes from us. We are the true British, as I'm saying. We are the true British. We're the true British. All right? Yes, the Phoenician origin of Britain, B-R-I-T-O-N. Scot means dark. Scot means dark. Scot means dark. Yes, Scot means dark. And Anglo-Saxon. And Gaelic. Yeah, Gaelic. It means dark. Douglas too. Douglas is a very huge and popular Scottish clan. The Douglas. Dublin. D-U-B-H. Dublin. Douglas means dark. Scott means dark. Britain comes from Britannia, Pacati. So what they've done was they transliterated these names to hide the origin, to hide the connection. All right? The Franks, and the Gauls, the Germanic tribes. So the French are actually the Franks. You're looking at about 1,700 years ago, during the period of the Germanic tribes. But we also are aboriginal and native to all of Europe. So if I was in Europe right now, the same claim I'm making here, I'll go to Europe, I'm aboriginal, indigenous, native, and original to the land. The same claim I'm making here, go to Scotland, make the same doggone claim. Now be very clear, y'all. The falsehood is that we think that the ancient people of Europe look like Donald Trump. That's a bull-faced lie. The ancient people of all like the people in this room. So let me finish here. I got you. Let me finish up. Europeans will say to us, man, y'all need to go back to Africa. You better not say. Y'all need to go back to Europe. You better not say. You need to go back to Europe. That implies that they are aboriginal and indigenous to Europe. They're not aboriginal, indigenous, no. Europe. Yeah, but I'm saying in the context of, I was talking to Europeans, and you say go back to Europe, it implies that they are original to that. They're not. Ancient and modern Britain. I got you, fam. Ancient and modern, I'm going to support what I say, bro. Support what I'm saying. Ancient and modern Britain by David McRitchie, volumes 1 and 2. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm leaving in a few minutes. All right. All right. All right, go ahead, brother. Go give me your question. Take your question. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. We built. Yes. Yes. Street lights, marketplaces, public baths. Yes. Yes. Irrigation, horticulture, libraries, paper mills. Yes. Silk industry, which we got from with the trade, huge silk trade with China. Huge silk trade. So once again, we had worldwide trade. Silk trade with China, material for the paper mill with China. We had a huge trade with China. We've been traveling from here also back and forth to Europe.
From the books, I mean, they're saying, well, that the Moors were conquered in 1492.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I question. How much veracity is there to that story?
All right. We lost control of our Andalusia. We weren't conquered in 1492. We lost land control of our Andalusia. The last stronghold we lost was Granada. We were able to hold on to Granada for additional 200 years after losing, there was Toledo. All right? So it's from Toledo to Granada was a 200-year lapse. We came took control of the seas under the Sardinian Empire dynasty. So this is where I come in with the talk about the book, showing that we were seizing European ships. We had control of this high seas during the 15, 16, and 1700s. So we weren't totally defeated, but we did lose control of our Andalusia.
So they're talking about the same, well, in the state they say Andalusia.
Yeah, Andalusia, yes. Mm-hmm.
So what is territory?
Modern day Spain. We had Milan, it was Cordoba, Seville, Granada, Toledo. These are Milan. These areas that we controlled. Not all for 800 years, all right, but Granada for 800 years. We gradually, a gradual loss, a period of 800 years, losing more and more and more and more. All right? Yes, Bethany Hughes, when the Moors ruled Europe. Bethany Hughes. And there's a book called The History of the Moorish Empire in Europe, S.P. Scott. The History of the Moorish Empire in Europe, S.P. Scott. All right, it's a 3-volume book, Amazon for all 3 volumes for 36 notes. The History of the Moorish Empire in Europe. All right? So on that, we'll end. I trust I was able to clear up some misconceptions. All right? Expand your knowledge base. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Since we know that they're not European, so how do we lawfully refer to them? Would we be calling them
English, French, Irish, Scottish, German.
But as a group, like,
Albions. All right. All right. Ali.
5 on the left, 2 on the right. Stay on the 1290 degrees. Repeat after me. Allah, Father, be the first. Love.
Truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector. I guide and my salvation by night and by day. Through His holy prophet, Ali, Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali. Yes.